Hey guys, in this presentation I am going to talk about centralized wastewater treatment. Generally, wastewaters are coming from domestic, commercial, industrial, and finally runoff from street. These wastewaters are mostly contains food residual, soaps, toilet wastes, oil and greases, rubbers, and etc. Wastewater coming from public channel network and stormwater are collected to pumping station, and fecal contaminated wastewater are collected separately because it's contain lot of solids. So in this pumping station, wastewater are pumped to first preliminary treatment. It is called bar screen treatment. In this bar screen treatment, large debris particles are removed. Then the effluent comes to grid removal part. In this section, normally grease and sand particles are removed. Then the effluent water is coming to first primary treatment. It contains primary clarifier. In this primary clarifier, normally 15% of suspended solids are removed by gravity. The effluent is comes to biological treatment. In this biological treatment, it contains aeration tank and secondary clarifier. The both of are called biological treatment. So in this aeration tank, O2 and microorganisms are provided for the decay of organic compound. Organic compounds are decayed by microorganisms with the help of oxygen. Then the effluent is comes to secondary clarifier. In the secondary clarifier, the name is called activated sludge. It contain decay organic compound and microorganism. The activated sludge are removed by this secondary clarifier. So the activated sludge is this part. The part of activated sludge is returned to aeration tank because in this aeration tank microbiological population must be contained. So that's why the sludge from secondary clarifier part of it returned to aeration tank. Then other part is removed by this pipe net. Then the effluent is converted to chlorination or UV disinfection, or else we can just dispose to near rivers. The first part of wastewater treatment is preliminary treatment. The preliminary treatment it contains bar screen and grid chamber. So this is called bar screen. In this bar screen, large particles are removed because this large particle stops the operation of the equipment. This is called grease chamber. In this grease chamber, grease and sand particles are removed by centrifugation action. The centrifugation action is the water in this grease chamber is rotated. So because of this centrifugation action, sand particle and grease particle are settled in this. This is the primary clarifier. In this primary clarifier, normally suspended solids are removed. So this is a large circular tank. The next step is biological treatment. This biological treatment contains aeration tank and secondary sedimentation tank. So this figure shows us this is the aeration tank. In this aeration tank, oxygen is provided and microorganisms also provided. So microorganisms decay the organic compound. So these are called activated sludge process. This is called secondary clarifier. In this secondary clarifier, sludge are removed and part of is returned to aeration tank, then part of is waste. So this is a circular tank. In this circular tank, this water is look like gray color because of this activated sludge. Treatment it's called activated sludge process because The wastewater coming from primary treatment is comes to aeration tank, then the effluent is comes to secondary settling tank. If the secondary settling tank activated sludge are selected, the part of is returned to again aeration tank. So that's why in this aeration tank microorganism concentration is constant. So that's why it's called activated sludge process. Because of this activated sludge process, most of periodic concentration is removed. The final step of wastewater treatment is called disinfection. In this disinfection, we can use chlorine or UV radiation. The UV radiation is most effective than chlorination because UV radiation do not react with wastewater, but the chlorination is the residual chlorine is react with wastewater and form disinfection byproduct. This is little bit toxic, so that's why we are using UV radiation. The output of the wastewater treatment is treated water. This treated water we can just dispose to surface or we can reuse. The effluent from the wastewater is directly connected to drinking water treatment, or else we can use agriculture or farming activity. I hope this video is helpful to understand the typical process of wastewater treatments. Thank you.